break, we were joined by Heather McHugh and Tamara King from Richland Library talking about the Let's Talk Race conversations that the library has been hosting for about 3 years or so now and the importance of it. They're still here with us today. Please bring our viewers up to speed just really quick about the importance of the Let's Talk Race conversations.
So again, it's just when we have incidents that happen in our community, and they can be very fraught, they can be very emotional, being able to come together and really sit across a table and talk to each other as human beings truly and hear about somebody else's experience is just huge, and it's impacting. And I think one of the things that Tamara and I talk about is you may not want to ask your friend or your coworker, but you know that everybody that's coming to this conversation is willing to talk about race. That's already on the table. Yes. So you don't have to ask permission or feel awkward. And one of the big things that Tamara has helped us bring into this is we give each other grace. We give each other grace to ask the hard questions, which is huge because we could all use grace.
Heather, when I think about your role as the Children and Teen Services Manager, I think about Cyrus Carmack Belton and how the community still wanting so many answers about that situation. You have a teenage black boy who is shot and killed by an older Asian man. People immediately think race. I know that this has been a topic of conversation, especially for the youth. What would be your advice on how to facilitate some of those conversations, especially with school starting back and some of his friends and people who may have really known both families headed back to the classrooms?
I think don't shy away from those conversations. It would be great if people could give some space for those conversations to happen, because whether you feel comfortable or not, those conversations are happening in hallways and, you know, as people are passing by. And so when we can bring them to light, when we can have those conversations in, as Tamara said, safe and brave spaces, then we're able to get some of that out. And it doesn't lie in the dark and fester or get, you know, it lies and whispers. So I think giving our youth the opportunity to have those conversations, and also sometimes it's just enough to just let them have opportunity to feel. And it may not be a conversation, maybe there's you just have a wall of Post-its and you say, look, let me know what's on your mind today, and they're able to do that because they may not be ready to talk.
That's a great idea.
Yeah,
I like that.
Thank you.
Now, out of the Let's Talk Race conversations has launched the Let's Talk Race curriculum. Tamara, tell us about that. I know this is like your baby that you really helped get off the ground here.
Well, we're excited because what we kept hearing when we were doing these Let's Talk Race conversations, to date, about 4,000 people have gone through these conversations. We've had over close to 200 now events in the last 7 years, right? And what we kept hearing over and over again is, teach us how to do it. And we're a small team, right? It's only 10 of us. It's very hard for us to be, I mean, we were getting requests all the way from California to Florida. Like, it ran the gambit of libraries and organizations that said, how do you do that? Because it's really uncomfortable to have these conversations, and we have become really comfortable with uncomfortability at the library. We know that it's a path, we know it's a process when you talk about equity, diversity, and inclusion and racism. And so I think when we knew so much interest was happening, we said, let's put together something that we can give people quickly. And we kind of thought it was going to be, we joke and say it was going to be a Word document, like just something we could pass out and kind of walk people through some steps. But what we found is there was a need for more. And so this curriculum, what I love about it is it has so much community support. We have community sponsors like Dominion and AARP and the Friends and Foundation, Richland Library Friends and Foundation, Colonial Life, all of these people that have put money into making sure that we're able to help people facilitate conversations about race. It's not an easy topic. It's not something that people delve into sometimes willingly, or even if they are willing, there's some trepidation there. So this curriculum helps you do that. it puts it in real language for you.
Is this a workbook, worksheets? How did you break this down?
It's online, and if you go to our website, Richland, it's letstalkraceguide.com. If you go to our website, and you can sign up and you get it immediately, and it has facilitation guides, it has worksheets, it has resources, it has videos, even teaching you how to get out of those challenging situations, get a conversation back on track when they're kind of running off the rails, if they do that. And so we're really proud of this curriculum because we understand that equity, diversity, and inclusion is a journey.
Yes, it is.
It is a journey, and people are at different places. And in order to meet people where they are, this curriculum helps you kind of see where you want to put your toe in the water.
Well, people are anxious to connect with each other.
Yes.
They really want to get together and talk, and we have lost some of that in the way that we live our lives these days. That we're just going from place to place, and we're very, very busy. So these conversations give our community an opportunity to connect, but also an opportunity to realize that race impacts all of us, whether we realize it or not.
Yes.
So when we care about our community, we have to think about that as well.
And the curriculum, again, can be accessed for free at letstalkraceguide.com, and you have to go back and watch this interview and share with everyone that you know. Let's Talk Race. We're going to take a quick break and wrap up awareness when we return.